Hello folks and welcome to the channel. I'm Commander Roscoe, and in this series I'm going to be seeing whether or not I can do what John Hammond couldn't do: run a successful Jurassic Park. I'm going to be playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 with all the economy and research settings turned on, and I'm going to see if I can build a park that would rival that of the movies and include all the attractions and dinosaurs seen in the film, and whether or not I can actually make it sustainable and not have our guests be turned into dinner. So let's go ahead and see whether or not I've got what it takes and whether I can put John Hammond to shame. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm Commander Roscoe and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2, where we are trying to basically do what John Hammond couldn't and create a functional Jurassic Park that doesn't kill everybody. And so far we have, I think, crossed off 2 dinos off our list. We have our Dilophosaurs. I've just paused so we can have a look at everything. So we should have, yep, down here we've got our Dilophosaurs, and in the last episode I think we got our Parasaurs released. There they are there. So that is now 2 dinos off our list, and we can continue to work on that now. Some of them are, let's go ahead and start this up again. Some of them are a bit sick, so let's figure out what the script is there. Why are you sick? You've got cryptospirosis? Do I need to research that? Probably. So, some exciting news recently came out. By the time this video comes out, it'll be a bit, it won't be news. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is coming out, and they're bringing out babies. You can breed the dinosaurs, which I think is something people have been asking for a while now. We do have the medication, we just don't have a vaccine for it. So where's our medical team? There they are. You need to go deal with him, please. Or her, I guess. And let's press R and bring up our ranger team, because I noticed this fence is needing repairs. In fact, a couple of things are needing repaired. We must have had a storm. Team 2, repair your own area. It would be really bad if that went offline. And then we'll get you to repair this this shop. Okay, so let's see what genomes have we got again, or what fossils have we got. Drysaurs, they're in the park, we don't have them on our list. Let's see what is still on our list. So we have Brachiosaur, Triceratops, Gallimimus, T-Rex, Velociraptor, Compsognathus and Herosaurus. I know we could, yeah, we've got Velociraptor. I think it's early days to start releasing Velociraptors, but we can at least start the work on them. Let's see if we can't get some of our... The Gallimimus would be good because we could put them in with the Parasaurs. They should work together. Troodons. Now, like I said, I can add other dinosaurs that are not part of our list. We just have to meet the criteria of the film. So it might actually be a case of we maybe get like a couple. Compies are on our list. Let's get compies. They are scavengers. So let's go send a team out to scavenge some fossils for that. Let's do some research. So what do we need to get? We're looking for, where's it? Small herbivore. Where's Gallimimus? There. We need to increase our total dinosaur population to 25. That could be done. We can do that. What does Triceratops require? Okay, so we need to get this one first, which is 20 herbivores. And then we can work on getting Triceratops. What does Brachiosaur require? Sauropods 3, Sauropods 2. Sauropods 2 we just need to do, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, everybody's busy. We need to get a few more guests into the park, so let's have a look at our views. Management views, so where are we right now? Okay, so that's a parasaur enclosure. Yeah, we were setting up a kind of shop area down here, because the idea is that this comes down here to a fairly large... let's have a look at our map. A fairly large area, because I kind of want the T-Rex to be down here in this little bit here, right? Because I have a plan about how I want to do this. Down here, I think we could maybe have this. Could maybe be a very large enclosure, which will have the cars, you know, the tour cars driving through. That would satisfy that, because we do need to get the tour cars up and running. Over here, we could potentially put our velociraptors. Try and spread them out. Or do I put them down here and kind of make this like carnivore corner? You know? Although, people are going to move, they'll want to see the big attractions, the big dinos. Why are you still... Did you not medicate? Oh no, it's a different parasaur, that's what it is. Right, okay, so views, let's go back to views. Shelters, we need another shelter down the far end of the parasaurs. Toilets, could do with some toilets over, definitely need some toilets over here. Okay, that's kind of a nice quick and easy fix. Slap some toilets down there. That should... Yeah, it's just there now. We could slap that there, that should meet that. Yes, it does. What else do we need to look at? Amenity coverages, so food's fine, drink is fine, shopping is fine. Overcrowding, we're good. We're not overly crowded. Money wise, we're in the green for everything. For all the shops, that's good. Configuration, only this shop here could do better, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, just our normie guests. I think we need to do some research to make them better. Not much I can do with that just now. Guest appeal. Everything's kind of... Oh, crap. That's not great. So that symbol means that they have detected a way to escape. Or they've come up with a plan, which means they're going to escape. They're going to try it. Breakout target found. What have you seen?
Welcome all the sweat of getting things right, rather than have the blood of getting it wrong.
Let's trank you, because I think if you trank them and move them, they forget what they've learned. It might be a case of, can I put some more trees in here? Because what is your... I need to see your stats, and I need to go to... yeah, this one. What have you seen? Because as long as they don't see any prey within this red area, they shouldn't attempt to escape. So what have you spotted? Or what have you smelt, maybe? Because that path's not in the zone, it's just this bit here. This is our danger zone. Okay, we're just gonna move you just now, okay? Hopefully you forget what you've learned. They obviously seen something. I don't know if maybe the ranger team, when they went in, drew their attention, that drew them to the crowds. I don't know, but we will see. Right. I feel like we should maybe start planning out what areas. So let's... because if I build the fences, I can always upgrade them later on. So this I want to be our T-Rex enclosure, and I kind of like that it already has the cliff, because like I said, I have a plan for how we get the tour car in here without killing everybody.
Transportation underway.
So let's set the groundwork for this T-Rex habitat. Now, T-Rex needs a fair bit of space, and for what I'm going to try and do,
Asset delivery confirmed.
we're going to do that. So the next thing, the next key point is this area here, right? We're going to get rid of all the shrubbery, set the radius to max, make this nice and quick. This apparently makes us money, I think, or costs us. I'm not sure. Anyway, right, there we go. There's our habitat. I kind of want to leave that little island. That's quite nice. Why is there a vehicle under threat? Oh, Diplos. Right, let's see what. Have we got anything? There's nothing major, so let's go ahead and we'll just work on what we have. We need to rest that scientist, or else they'll start sabotaging the park. We have unlocked a couple new dig sites because we did that sauropod research. But anyway, back to this. So my plan is essentially I need the raised terrain, is to raise this area up massively to the point where the T-Rex can't actually walk up here, and then have the car drive along the ridge, and then it can like stop and look down, etc. Put the feeder there. That is the plan. Whether that's going to work or not, I don't know. But it's going to require leveling this, like raising and leveling this entire area. We're going to be spending a lot of money on this. But that is essentially going to be the idea, because then what we can do is we can flatten. Now, I don't think a T-Rex, not necessarily sure if a T-Rex can climb that or not. I'm not sure. I don't even know if the cars will get up that. We might need to smooth that terrain out. But that's the idea, basically. That is the basic premise of what I've got going in my head. Might need to test. I might need to see if I can get like a ranger team up here with a T-Rex in here before I build the cars. Could always do. What if I did? Got an idea. I'm sure there's someone out there who has played this game a lot more than me, who is screaming at their computer, going like, "No, there is a way to do what you're trying to do. You're just an idiot." Because if I do like this, right, my thinking is, if I can just get this to be a sheer drop, that would be even better. And I think what I need is something that stops you terraforming the land. The way to do that would be with that. Right? Yes, look! Because I can only degrade. Okay. Because the other thing we could do as well is we can actually put a trench at the bottom. We could put a trench, fill it with water, make it look natural. In fact, let's do that. Let's do that right now. Or not, it doesn't like that. Maybe we just have a trench. Flatten this area out again. Let's do our trench. There we go. I don't really see a dinosaur getting through that. You know? I don't see it. Right, anyway, we have some more fossils. Let's go back to that. Oh, we have a lot of money making fossils, and I've clicked out of it because I'm an idiot. Right, so compies. Let's research them because they can go into any enclosure that has like a meat-eating dinosaur, because they're scavengers, so they pretty much get ignored by everything, but they will attack herbivores. So we can't put them in with the herbivores. Let's see, what are we wanting to go for now? Can we still do some compies? Yes, we can. Can we do some research on sauropods? That's the wrong one, Ross. Okay, we just need to go some more scientists with genetics. That's fine. Where are we at for the tours? We're not far off. We just need a little bit more. So once we've done a expedition, we could get that. We just need some more logistics. How far are we from T-Rex? There's T-Rex there. It needs 4A, which needs 3A. We're not far. We could work on that. Medicine. We need more medical. Is there anything I can research like just now so that we're working on something? We're quite low on logic staff right now. I mean, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Research that. Right, okay, so while we are waiting on that coming in, let's go and learn a little bit about our Dilophosaurs. Dilophosaurus is a genus of large carnivorous theropod, averaging around 3 meters in length and 300 kilograms in weight. It gets its name, which translates to two-crested lizard, from the distinctive crest that sits atop its head, which are used to attract mates for reproduction. Dilophosaurus' slender build means it can move at high speeds, while its powerful jaw allows it to keep hold of its prey as it struggles to escape. The first Dilophosaurus fossils were discovered by American paleontologist Charles L. Camp in Arizona in 1940. For many years the genus was misclassified as Megalosaurus. It wasn't until 1970 that fellow dinosaur expert Samuel P. Wells declared it a new genus after realising remains that had been wrongly described as cheekbones were in fact crests, a feature that had not previously been found in a theropod. Dilophosaurus inhabited the western states of North America during the early Jurassic period, around 190 million years ago. As one of the biggest carnivores of its environment, Dilophosaurus is likely to have preyed on large herbivores, although it may have also eaten fish and small reptiles. Okay, so we have a couple more fossils. We may actually be able to release the compies soon. Oh, you need to do a bit of a, you need to have a rest. Let's see if we can do some research first. So we need you, which we don't have enough. Can we get further training? Can I do that with my staff? Oh, god damn it, no I can't. I'm one short for that. Yeah, it's the scientist limit is our problem. Is there an upgrade I can do for that? That I can apply. Where's my staff centre? You know, we'll go ahead and rest you just now while I figure this out. Yeah, where did I put my research facility? I think I put it near I put it here, didn't I? Science centre. Oh, now we could either have more fossil storage or better, more extraction. What I really wanted was the extra scientist, which requires, unfortunately, that which we do not have. It might be time to let somebody go, and that's real unfortunate. I mean, we could hire another scientist, but you're only good because you give us faster research, but you're also quite cheap, so we could get rid of you. I mean, faster expeditions is very helpful, cheaper expeditions doubly so. You're just a good all-rounder, and you are our welfare specialist. You do not contribute much, I'm going to be honest, so I might get rid of you. Let's see what we can recruit first. Let's not get rid of someone without knowing what we can get instead. There's some pretty decent stats compared to the rest. Oh, your genetics is quite high. Because you're a genetic specialist, that makes sense. You are very expensive, but you're very good at logistics. And that would get us a lot of research done. You could probably do most of it on your own. Or good chunks of it at least on your own. Yeah, no, you look kinda... I'm going to hire this logistics specialist, Lockett. Welcome to the team. And unfortunately, you're going to go. You know, bye bye. Because him alone. So we can now do that research. We can research infrastructure. Let's go ahead and do. Scientist level 3. Because then we can train everybody else up. And unfortunately, that's business, folks. Right. So we've got that working. That's going to take us a hot minute. We've got some recovery. We've got any other scientists that can do like fossils? Yeah, you two. And then while they're doing that, we will learn a little bit about our parasaurs. Parasaurolophus is a herbivorous hadrosaur native to North America, and it's famed for its unique head crest which extends out from the back of its head. This distinctive crest gave the dinosaur its name, which translates to near-crested lizard. Parasaurolophus grows up to be around 7.5 metres in length, and while it usually walks on all 4 legs, it can rear up onto 2 legs if needed to run or reach food in high places. The first Parasaurolophus discovery came in 1920, when a team of paleontologists led by William Parkes discovered a skull and an incomplete skeleton in Alberta, Canada. Another partial skull was unearthed in New Mexico the following year, and over the next 100 years many more specimens have been unearthed and attributed to Parasaurolophus. The remains of Parasaurolophus have been found across the western United States, Canada, and even as far away as Asia. The genus dates back around 75 million years to the late Cretaceous period, when the climate was seasonal but warm, and lived along rivers and near floodplains and swamps, alongside other dinosaurs including Zintrosaurus, Stryosaurus, and Euphyllosaurus. Okay, so Compy is now a viable genome. Do Dilophosaurs play well with Compies? Let's find out. You do like scavengers, okay, so as long as we put in enough food for them, i.e. a carnivore feeder, and again we'll put that there. Let's see if we can get some compies, because that would tick off a dinosaur off our list. I'm not going to modify the genome other than to get different skins. So I don't want them all being mangrove forest. But let's do that. And I think these are meant to be relatively easy dinosaurs to synthesize. We have a couple of our researchers that need to have a break. You need to be trained, and I'm actually going to get logistics, because you are going to be going out in the field quite often, and that also works with doing research and stuff. So you might even be able to go on an expedition on your own for a hot minute there. Yeah, go do the other compies on your own in Germany. Right, let's start now. Come back to this absolute mess that I've made. I'm determined that this can work. There's a way this works. This is probably our weak spot here. We need to fix that. Honestly, I do think if we just line this with as many towers as we can, and then take away as much as we can from the cliffside, that this should work. Because I cannot make that any steeper, I don't think. That's already fairly steep. Which, if I then delete them all, I mean something's preventing me destroying it. Do I need to wait till everything around it's been destroyed? Yes, I do. Now we do that, and then we can flatten this area out and hopefully actually have enough space for the tour car to come up here. That's the plan anyway. And we can maybe start the tour in the Parasaur enclosure, have it drive along here up into the T-Rex paddock. Which means we can maybe put something in here. Like maybe something small, like a Triceratops in there. Oh, I've done it again. When you start working through this, you work on that. So yeah, let's see if we can flatten this area out like that. Should give us enough space to run the line on, the car line. We'll need to build a gentle slope up, but that can be done here. I think our compies are synthesized. Let's see what the batch turned out like. Okay. Honestly, not bad. Not a bad. We've got two of them that have got negative traits. Both are short-lived, and one of them is a bit skittish. But that's okay. How are we doing for like skins? We get a couple of mangroves, a couple of Amazons. I say we bite the bullet and just go for it all. Get them all done. Get them all on that. Have a nice big batch of compies, because I think compies require Yeah, minimum population of 8. So a fair bit. And then let's work on a second paddock over here. So this will be somewhere for the tour cars to go through on their way to the T-Rex paddock. And I think it should be connected up much the same. I feel like we could build this in somewhere. Come on now. It's not the cleanest, but it'll do. Because I want them to feel like when they're up here, looking down on the T-Rex, that they're actually in the pen with them, even though that, like, there should be this. That's the hope, anyway. So the hope would be that I could remove these. We could maybe test it with a smaller carnivore while we're working up to T-Rex. That could be a thing. I also feel like I want to paint this. You know, like I want to make it rocky. Like that, look, how much better that looks. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't that look so much better? I think it'll work. I don't think a dinosaur can climb that angle. Let's get rid of a lot of the foliage here, just so I can see what I'm working with. Because I'm going to need to build, like I said, a kind of almost ramp up. So I need to smooth the terrain quite a bit. Make it a nice gentle gradient. Without taking too much weight. Now it's still quite steep. I think the cars will manage, and I think we have the capacity now to research the cars. Yeah, I mean you can do it on your own, so go ahead and work on tours. Let's work on... We need to release more herbivores, so let's see what we can do about that. Oh, our compies are ready. And we'll release them, and then I think this will be us for this video. They are absolutely tiny. You look quite fucking cool. Little dude.
Science is everything.
Yeah, this guy.
It brought
Colourful as
dinosaurs
fuck.
back from beyond the brink, and it is keeping them here now. I hope you understand how vitally important this is. Oh, I haven't introduced myself. Dr. Kajal Dua. You need to be as passionate about our work as I am. I'll accept.
I'm
no
hopping
less.
about. So, I don't get
The
how these guys don't
constant
just slip through the
is a
fences.
small predator, but don't let its stature fool you. It can be a ruthless hunter.
Look at them, they're tiny. But that is another dino crossed off our list. Are they? What are they missing? They're missing sand, I think. Okay, you guys need a little bit of sand. That's fine. I can provide you with some sand. How's that? Not enough sand. If I put it around your... There you go. And then does that keep the Dilophosaurs happy? They couldn't give a fuck if there's sand or not. So they're happy. So there we go, folks. Another dino crossed off our list. We've set the groundwork for the next two big sort of paddocks, and we've unlocked the tours. So next episode I think we'll come back, we'll work on getting this tour online, or at the very least getting it kind of mapped out a little bit, and we will start working towards our next dinosaur, which I think might be Gallimimus. or Triceratops. We will see. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.